Greetings and happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. I know if you're in the States, today is still a long weekend, so happy Independence Day if you're in the US. We celebrated Canada Day this weekend too. So, this is us still doing our little check-in, letting go guidance session, checking in with, we're going to check in with the letting go vibe for this week. But as you know, if you've watched this before, I like to just check in and reflect upon what phase is the moon at, because wherever the moon is, it's guiding us to become more guided by our own heart energy, more in flow with what is the right rhythm and the right way in order for you to share your gifts and your light, shine your light. And so by just checking and feeling into that energy is a beautiful combination with the letting go guidance system, which is my guidance system here. And so in 2 days' time, on Wednesday, we're going to see the first quarter of the moon in the sign of Libra. So this is a really important thing to think about, because we went last week we had that micro new moon in the sign of Cancer, which was very much about sacred self-care and really looking at reassessing your intentions, setting intentions or contemplating intentions for the next 6 months. And usually when we get to the first quarter, that's when we need to start taking action on those intentions and those goals, and then potentially facing up to or resolving any challenges or obstacles or roadblocks in getting traction and action taking on those intentions and goals. However, there's a wee caveat here with this first quarter moon, in the fact that it's in the sign of Libra, so it's very much about balance. It's about balancing your relationship, you with your relationship with others. So there could be some relationship healing. There could be some need to just find your best rhythm with how you speak about yourself, but also show up and share with others. Because, there's a whole piece around feeling into how we interact with others around us is actually a reflection of how we are inside. And so that actually applies to when you feel challenged or triggered by something that's going on with others around you, but also when you see things that uplift you and calm you and soothe you. So don't know about you, but I want that more. I want that calm, soothing, balance, harmony type energy. So what can you do to step closer to that? Using those intentions that you set with that last new moon, and start to move in balance. Now Libra, the big piece is about balance. So it's about balancing where you are now with where you've been, but also balancing action with slowing down. Maybe you want to rearrange your space, create and make sure that you have a space where there's things there that you love, like listening to music that you love, or art that you love, or crystals or healing vibes, or whatever that is, and then make sure you take some time there every day, because that's how you're going to find that rhythm and that balance. Now, all that being said, I really wanted to set that energy up for you, because what we're going to focus on letting go of this week with that first quarter vibe in the sign of Libra. The card it's number 43 in my deck. We have one more before we've gone all the way through this deck again, but it's all about depending on others for your happiness. So that's why I think that this is such an important part, is that others can provide us happiness, but we can't depend upon it. It's about finding that balance between how are you finding your sense of happiness and balance and ease, and how are you allowing it to be shared with others, with relationships, etc. around you, and just checking in with that. So just feel into that. making sure that you put your priority as you finding your happiness and then sharing that. It's almost like you finding your inner light and then sharing that. I think that's part of what we're all called upon to do, is find what lights you up, what gives you that sense of ease and harmony and balance, and then share it. But not with any agenda. Sharing it because it's like when I find that sense of rhythm and calmness and ease, and then by sharing it, it's almost like I'm kind of creating it, co-creating it all around us. Hope that makes sense. As always, if I say anything that brings up questions or triggers something for you, please put it in the comments below or message me directly, because the whole point of letting go and of tapping into the wisdom of the moon, it's intended to help you, not challenge you. So just know that I'm here if you've got any questions or need some more insights on any of this. But let me read this out to you. This: depending on others for your happiness. Do not put your happiness in the hands of others. A relationship is not going to fulfill the void if you can't even make yourself happy. You need to achieve happiness on your own before you can find someone else to share it with. This creates a detrimental dependency that will block you from becoming self-realized. People who haven't learned how to look after themselves emotionally are more likely to reach out for someone else to do it for them. But no matter how good someone makes you feel, it's still a good idea to preserve and develop as much emotional self-reliance as you can. It does take practice, but you will be able to take care of yourself in situations where you may previously have depended upon someone else. For example, if you feel lonely or stressed, you could experiment with different ways of making those negative feelings dissolve. There are many ways to make yourself feel better. Calm, deep breathing, gentle massage, consciously switching off thoughts or meditating, enjoying movies or music, talking on the phone, going for a walk, and so on. Make it your project to figure out and repeat what works best for you. So now you can feel into what the beauty and of that connection between this vibe of this first quarter moon in the sign of Libra, which is all about balance, and always putting yourself in that sort of fulcrum point and then assessing, what do you need more of, what do you need less of, what feels in alignment with your soul's calling and what doesn't. That's the key piece about letting go. What lifts you up, lights you up, and what doesn't. And of course, any of these questions are never intended to make you feel like you're shameful or beating yourself up or guilty because there is something, more of what's limiting you or holding you back. It's okay. It's just having that awareness and then making a new choice with grace, with love, with ease. Take a deep breath. So I'm just shuffling the tarot cards here. I like to pull one tarot card for us based on what it is we're going to focus on letting go of this week. And then we'll pull 3 of the Healing with the Angels cards. So again, this is all about releasing the propensity to depend upon others for our happiness. That's a pretty balancing piece too. Well, this is beautiful. It is the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. There's a lot of balancing energy in there, but it's also about, I said about the Libra vibe, about balancing your head and your heart, but also balancing your left and right brain, right? So tapping into your intuition, allowing your own inner guidance to help you make the right and best choices. Of course, with the 7 of Cups, it always is a reminder that you can't make the wrong choice. But also, I feel like there's another energy of that 7 of Cups that says, don't get stuck thinking, ruminating about, oh gosh, if I make that choice, then this is how it's going to go. And then if I make that choice, and sometimes we get a bit stuck with that paralysis by analysis is one of the things that comes to mind with that 7 of Cups. It's like, ta-da, here it all is. Pick the one that feels right in this moment. And then trust that, of course, you can change your mind if you need to, but don't get stuck feeling like you don't have enough resources or you're not capable enough to make the choices to move forward in the best way for you. I hope that makes sense. Don't be overthinking choices and trust you that I've always said that, the answers that you're looking for are looking for you too. And so what can you do to just surrender to that and let it come in? This is beautiful. First card that's come up for us today is new beginnings. And so that energy of that new moon that we had last week, and now we've got this first quarter Libra is balancing. Could this be a new beginning of you just pausing enough to get in touch with your inner guidance and forgive yourself for any times where you may not have? That's what I said to you about making sure that, if I've got a little bit of unbalanced energy going on, whether that's me personally or in my relationships, or it's all okay. It's super important to just accept is what it is and forgive and move forward. Forgive others, forgive you, forgive situations, let them all go. This is the big thing. And sometimes this is a retreat. So sometimes in finding that rhythm and that balance, we do need to say, okay, you know what, I'm disengaging for a moment. I'm going to do, I'm going to go and sit and listen to music that I like. I'm going to go for a walk by myself. I'm going to really focus on meditating or journaling to actually listen to that whisper that's trying to get your attention. I hope that serves you. Thank you for watching. I wish you a beautiful week ahead. Like I said, if you need some support or more ideas on this idea of letting go of the propensity of needing happiness to be coming in from someone else or something else, then let's see how we can easily, with balance and ease, let that go. Much love to you. I'll be back here again with you with next week. We're going to do card number 44 in my letting go system, and then we're going to change things up a wee bit after that. So I look forward to sharing that with you. Much love.